Hi, this is Miss Melinda. Welcome to Miss Melinda's Spontaneous Smart Diva Show. How's all my subscribers and fans doing tonight? Let's see. We're going to ask the same question we ask every show at the beginning. What day is this? It's Saturday. Yeah, because tomorrow's Sunday. So I don't have to go anywhere. Yeah, so we can have fun tonight and enjoy. What are we going to enjoy? Well, do you want to get educated? I say, do you want to get educated? Yeah, I do. I want to get educated. And what do you want to get educated in? Oh, I want to get educated in biology. Can we get educated in biology? Yeah. Okay. I'll teach you biology. Okay. So, let's get class started. And we'll see where it goes. Okay? So, this biology class. Oh, by the way, I've always told you to read and watch my videos in numerical order. They're all numbered. And I just realized today, you know what? I have been uploading all my shows backwards. But that doesn't matter, because if you listen to Miss Melinda, she's been telling you since she started the show, you always follow the numbers. So now you can have a ball with my new uploads, because the way I've been doing it lately is I upload a bunch at once. Instead of one every night, I upload a bunch at once. And so I want you to watch, the new uploads of the day. When you see them, I want you to watch all the new uploads and enjoy them and have a ball with all the new ones. And then you go back to the biology class that you've been working on. I'm assuming my students are studying all my biology classes the best that they can. I know you guys got busy lives. But as long as you're watching each biology class by the number, so if you're on 10, we watch 11, then 12. So like right now we're at 38, 37, 36. So you don't watch, with the uploads, it doesn't matter what order you watch the uploads. When you get the uploads, just watch them in any order and enjoy them. But then when you go to study biology, everything's going to be backwards. So you don't start with 38 and then go to 37 and then go to 36 and then go to biology class 35 and then go to biology class 34 and then biology class 33. No, that doesn't make sense, does it? Well, I uploaded them that way and I didn't realize it till today. So you have to watch biology class 34. Then biology class 35, then biology class 36. So you have to, it's going to be backwards, but you just can read numbers, follow the numbers, and you'll be fine. On the fresh uploads of the day, just watch it in the order they came. It doesn't matter. But once you get done with the uploads and having fun, you can watch them over and over that day. Then you go to the numerical order of biology and jump all over. And I didn't realize, but I still need 600, it's called 600 valid public watch hours in order for me to start making money, to meet the monetary requirements of a personal YouTube channel show. So I'm really hoping my fans will support me. Even if you could just jump in the the bottom videos for 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes, a half hour, and jump in another video for 10 minutes, another video for 20 minutes, another video for a half hour. But the biology, I want you to stay with me the whole class because I've been keeping them short. Yeah. And I'm not talking quite as much during the class, but it's spontaneous, so we never know. All right, let's get the ball rolling, okay? And you should be able to stay with me the whole class because there's not that many pages. All right, here we go, guys. So the title of this biology class is "The Enemy of My Enemy is My Friend." Okay, that's what it says. The enemy of my enemy is my friend, okay? It may seem strange to think of a helpful virus, but bacterial phage, okay, that's that word phage, P-H-A-G-E, P-H and then age, like your age. I assume it's phage, bacterial phage. Yeah, I need to ask Google, pronounce the word for me, phage, P-H-A-G-E. But we got to learn. Let's move on, okay? Just don't worry about the difficult words or we're not going to get anything done. It may seem strange to think of a helpful virus, but bacterial phage, viruses that attack bacteria. That's what they're talking about. Okay. May fit that definition, period. Bacteria-blasting viruses were first discovered in the early, wait, I gotta make sure I show my, my waist. Okay. So, viruses that attack bacteria. Okay, may fit that definition. Bacteria-blasting viruses were first discovered in the early years of the last century at the Pasteur, which is P-A-S-T-E-U-R. I don't know what that word is. Of the last century at the Pasteur, E-U-R, Google it, Institute in Paris. Okay, so it's an institute in Paris. Canadian microbiologist Felix D. Harel, that's somebody's name, came across the little creators while looking for a means of treating dysentery, D-Y-S-E-N-T. So D-Y and then sent, like I sent you a letter. So this word is treating dysentery, spelled D-Y, sent, S-E-N-T, Erie, E-R-Y. Okay, treating dysentery in Paris, period. We saw phages take on destroy a whole colony of much larger bacteria. Okay, alrighty. Logically enough, he hoped the microbes would help eliminate some of the world's worst bacterial infections. Okay? Are you guys with me? Okay? You focusing and concentrating? Okay? All right. Ready? Let's go. Until about 1940, these tiny microbes, they're only about a 40th of size of bacteria, were the miracle cure for many bacterial infections. Period. Then antibiotics came on the scene and the medical world turned its back on these little creatures. Period. Because you have to find just the right bacteria to appeal to the palate. P-A-late, like you're late for school. So palate, P-A-late, L-A-T-E. Appeal to the palate of a special phage, or else the deal is off. Antibiotics, which have a much broader spectrum, seemed like a better solution to the problem of infection. Okay? With me, guys? Okay? Let's go. Yet the rise of antibiotic-resistant bacteria has caused modern doctors and scientists to once again consider the beneficial features of phages. Phages. Here are the prominent ones. Colon. Phages, Phages, are among the most abundant creatures on Earth. The next one. Phages survive and reproduce in the same neighborhoods that bacteria call home. They blissfully swim around in piles of sewage. That sounds gross. Are they talking about inside our bodies? Okay. They survive and reproduce in the same neighborhoods that bacteria call home. They blissfully swim around in piles of sewage and hide in cozy little corners in your body. We have sewage inside our bodies? Did you ever hear of this before? I've never heard of such a thing. Has any of my fans out there heard that we have sewage inside our bodies? Anybody out there have heard of it? I don't know. I never have. Okay. Phages reproduce rapidly, period. After phages invade a bacterial cell, as many as new phages are produced per hour. At the rate, it doesn't take long before the rambunctious little phages burst right through the cell wall, period. Then it's bye-bye bacterium, period. But, that's hardly the end of it. Period. The infant phages move on to nearby bacteria, making short work of every cell in their path, period. Before long, a whole colony of bacteria is history. Well, that sounds like something more positive, don't it? Okay. Scientists are currently working to solve the problems that remain with phage therapy, which will the time it takes to identify which phages like to knock off which bacteria. Many scientists advise conservative use of phage therapy to help prevent the development of phage-resistant bacteria, but they also say that phage therapy could be a valuable treatment of last resort, to be used when even the most powerful antibiotics fail. Okay, you guys with me? This biology classes are not that difficult to understand. We just have some difficult words. But if we don't spend so much time on them, we can still learn a real lot in each class. Okay, scientists and doctors are teaming up again to fight the threat of antibiotic-resistant bacteria. Scientists are searching for new antibiotics and new bacteria fighting strategies, while doctors are being careful about how they prescribe antibiotics, period. By saving antibiotics for when they're really needed, doctors can slow down natural selection. That's back with Charles Darwin. You have to go back in my biology classes and look for Charles Darwin. If you didn't start subscribing to me or watching me back when I was teaching Charles Darwin, which is basically where I started out, is why I think I got to where I was at to start in the book. So Charles Darwin has discovered two of the most important biological theories in history, and that's natural selection and biological evolution. So this just said natural selection, so I had to tell the new fans and students that. and subscribers, and help keep antibiotics working for as long as possible. Okay? Okay, the new title is Fighting Viruses with Antiviral Drugs. Okay? Controlling viruses is even more difficult than controlling bacteria, period. Viruses aren't cells, comma, and they very few molecules. That can be targeted by drugs, period. They're difficult to see and isolate, comma, and they're equally difficult to classify. And here's another difficulty in the development of antiviral therapies, colon, because the host cell and viruses become so integrated, comma, it's sometimes hard to target the virus without destroying or upsetting the mechanics of the cell itself. The mechanics of the cell itself, period. So, comma, in many cases, comma, all doctors can do is treat the symptoms of viral illnesses, okay? We're already on page 8. So you guys with me? I've been reading fast. Are you concentrating? And can you understand? Or am I talking too fast? I think I'm talking okay. And we haven't had too hard of words. I feel like you guys are understanding this class. These biology classes are not that difficult. Okay, so of viral illnesses, rather than the illnesses themselves, if your doctor ever told you to go home and rest and drink plenty of fluids, you've experienced this firsthand. The medical world does have a couple of options for fighting viruses, comma, though, colon. First one is interferons. Inter with an I. Think of the word inter with an I. And then furons. It's one word. F-E. And then like the name Rons. Possessive Rons. Interferons and other cytokines. Cyto is cells. Cytokines can be used to stimulate the immune system's response to virus. These human proteins can now be made in a lab by scientists who genetically engineer bacteria. Okay? And we're getting near the end here. Oh, this is a pretty good sized class. Okay, it's got 3 more pages. Are you guys concentrating? Okay? Maybe I'll slow down just a little bit since we only have 3 pages left. Maybe I'm talking a little too fast. Okay, guys. Here we go. So this one is antiviral drugs that target specific viral proteins can be used to treat a number of viral diseases, including the flu, comma, herpes, comma, and HIV. The term antibiotic specifically applies to drugs that fight bacterial cells, period. When talking about drugs for viral infections, comma, be sure to call them antiviral drugs and not antibiotics, okay? Be sure to call them antiviral drugs and not antibiotics. Okay, that's something learned. Well, watch this class 5 times. Take a pen and paper and take some notes and memorize it. Getting ahead of the game with vaccines is the new title. We've only got 2 pages. This one and a half a page, and that's it. So can you stay with me? Okay? Are you ready to concentrate? Okay, let's go. Getting ahead of the game with vaccines. Vaccines, comma, solutions containing pieces of microbes that are introduced into the body, comma, prevent diseases by generating immunologic memory, period. When you get a vaccine, comma, the antigens from the pathogen enter your body and are processed by your immune system. The antigen-presenting cells pick up the pieces and show them to the helper T cells, period. And you've heard of the helper T cells these last few classes, or maybe the last 10 classes. Okay, so the antigen-presenting cells pick up the pieces and show them to the helper T cells. The helper T cells then activate the B cells and cytotoxic T cells, period. In all the excitement of the adaptive immune response, comma, the memory B like ball and T cells are developed. Okay? Last page, guys. You with me? Okay. They remember the antigens and are ready to defend you if the real pathogen ever shows up, period. If it does, comma, your immune systems kicks into gear so fast and hard that the pathogen is blown away before you ever realize it was there, period. So, did you feel like you understood this class pretty well? Was I reading too fast? I mean, because it's not that, I know you can understand this class. This was not loaded with, huge, long words, and it was very elementary. So, do you feel like you followed it pretty good? Maybe I'll slow down a little bit. Okay, so what's all my fans doing out there? This is, now we have to go through that again. Let's see. This is, I forgot. Now it's Saturday because I don't have to get up on Sunday mornings. Okay. So a lot of you guys maybe out somewhere. Did you take the kids out for pizza? Or are you out with your friends at the bars? Maybe out to dinner somewhere and you're watching Miss Melinda on somebody's cell phone? Okay. Well, have fun, whatever you're doing on your Saturday night. Some people have to work Saturday nights and Sundays. Yeah, like I used to. I used to work 2 jobs most of my whole life. Since I was 14, I started working. Yeah. So I've been paying my Illinois state taxes and the federal government taxes since 1973. When I turned 14, I got a job as a telemarketer. And by the time I was 16, I was promoted to supervisor over all 20 telemarketers. And I did all the hiring, firing, and training. I'd hire 6, 7 people at a time, take them in the back office and train them. We were selling land, Woodhaven Lakes. And it got sold out. Yep. Okay, I'm going to let you guys go. Have an enjoyable weekend, whatever you're doing. And I just want y'all to know, I love all my fans and subscribers. I love all you guys, okay? Okay, have a nice night now. Good night.